I'm being for real here. I just forgot. So, yeah. But I'm just gonna get straight into it. I've got some written down here from you guys. Yeah. Let's get on with the video. So just sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, and relax, 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 relax. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of go in order of what I feel like makes sense. So, how old are you? I am 23. My birthday is on the 5th of May. I was born in 2002. Yeah, I'm still a spring chicken. Where am I from? I'm from England, Surrey specifically. Although my DNA test is, I'm like 95% Irish. I've got a lot of family in Kilkenny in Southern Ireland, which is about an hour and a half away from Dublin. And that's like my second home. I tried to get over there as much as I can. Did I study, and what did I study if I did? So yes, I did study. I studied all the way through to college or sixth form. So in the UK it's compulsory to be in full-time education until you're 18. So I stayed on, and then I went to university. I studied at Cardiff Uni. I studied radiotherapy, and I hated it. To put a long story short, this school was supposed to be the number one for my degree in the country, and it was very far from it. It was a Russell Group uni until very recently. They've actually had their titles stripped from them, so I feel like that can kind of tell you the kind of experience I had. So yeah, I am actually a beauty school dropout. Yeah, I dropped out in second year. I question a lot whether I regret it or not. I go back and forth. I think now I don't regret it. Yeah, depending on what mood I feel. Yeah, so, but I'm in a stable job now that I enjoy, so, like, I'm okay, you know. Leading on from that, what do I do for work? I am, by, like, title, I am a funeral arranger. But you didn't see that one coming. I was a manager of a pub for 3 years and completely did a U-turn and became a funeral arranger. Now there is a lot involved in this role. I obviously do a lot of, well, all of the admin side of organising a funeral, but that doesn't just mean organising the funeral itself. I have to liaise with lots of hospitals, coroners, mortuaries, other funeral directors sometimes, like other companies, in terms of like transportation of the deceased, and like if they died in like an untoward way where like the police might be involved, then I have to deal with all of that. I also have to sometimes help with getting the deceased ready in case the family want to see them. So yes, my job does involve a lot of looking at dead people. People ask me all the time if it's weird, but I literally don't even think about it. It's like my new normal. Like, I just completely disassociate from it, like decompartmentalize it from like my life. They're just two separate things. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it is a very rewarding job because although it's like obviously very sad most of the time, I feel like I'm doing like one of the most important things you could do for someone or someone's family, and I try to do it with the utmost dignity and respect that I can. I just treat them the way that I would want to be treated. So I think it's a very very rewarding job, and yeah, I can see myself doing it for the although fun fact, I actually, since starting this job, I would really like to have the chance of training to be an embalmer. If you don't know what an embalmer is, it is obviously like it's where you prepare the body. Well, technically, you are preserving the body for a longer period of time. So that's for like if the family might want to see the family member after they've passed. Also, it can be for legal reasons, like if the body needs to be repatriated, meaning the body needs to be taken to another country, then legally they have to be embalmed because they're less likely to spread infectious diseases. So yeah, that's just a little fun fact there. Do I have any siblings? I have 2 sisters. I have a very interesting family dynamic because my sisters are very, very much younger than me. My older young sister is 7. She's 8 in September, and my littlest sister is 2.5. So yeah, there is 15 years and 20 years between my sisters. My mum had me at 17, so that kind of explains why there's quite a bit of an age gap there. But anyway, how did I start my channel? I don't know if that's how did I start my channel. I don't know. I always loved ASMR. It's always been a big passion of mine anyway. I think I found ASMR when I was in my first year of college, so I think I was about 16 when I found it. I don't know how I found it. I literally think it was like on my explore page on YouTube, and literally from the moment I watched the first video I was like hooked. But I didn't start my own channel until maybe 2 or 3 years later. So I started this channel when I was in my second year of uni. So 2021 I started it. And it did really well, actually, like really well. And then I kind of like, I was studying a lot, and yeah, I kind of ran out of time for it, and I tried to pick it up again like later, but the videos were just tanking at that point. Like I was lucky if I'd get like 50 views, so I just completely stopped for ages, and then I like properly restarted this back up probably about a year ago now, and it's so far been doing really well, and I've got like my passion for it now. I know I've had a little few gaps of not posting, but you know, I'm only human. But I love making videos, and I love how supportive this community is. And yeah, leading on from that, who are my favourite? Well, it says my favourite ASMR artist. I don't have. Actually, to be fair, I probably do have a number 1, I guess. My favourite ASMR artist is A Glass Half Full ASMR. She's based in Florida, and like she's not like massive. I think she's got like 13,000 subscribers, but I've been watching her. I found her channel about a year ago. She's really consistent. She posts like 3 or 4 times a week, and her whisper is just like it just instantly relaxes me. Like it's just the best whisper. It's like clacky and clicky, but not too much. Like it's kind of just her natural whisper, but it's just so effortless. But she does a lot of, I would say, like different ASMR. She doesn't do a lot of like actually like relaxing specific ASMR. It's very much like she just shows us like a jewellery haul, or like what she got shopping that day, or she makes a lot of jewellery, so she'll show us like what she's made recently. It's a little bit different, and I really like that. So yeah, she's probably my favourite. And then other favourites, definitely Rach ASMR. she is probably who I've watched for the longest. I watched her from right at the start of when she was like quite a small channel, and it's been really nice to see her grow because she really deserves it. There's others that I used to love that I haven't watched in ages. I'm trying to think. I used to watch Grace V a lot, but not so much anymore. Frivolous Fox I used to watch all the time, but I literally haven't watched her in years. Josie B I used to watch. Like, yeah, there's loads that I don't seem to watch anymore. For some reason, I don't know why. But I love watching new ASMR artists. Like, I love that. And it's nice to see people like in a similar boat to me. So yeah. What is my favourite kind of ASMR? Oh, good question. I love anything to do with personal attention. Things like spa roleplay, doing your makeup, but even more obscure ones. There's another ASMR artist I didn't mention who I love, Ocean ASMR, love her, and again I've been watching her since, like, does anyone remember her Visco videos? I've been like watching her since like before then. She does some like really obscure role plays, and I think they're so good. But yeah, personal attention. I'm personally a mouth sound lover. I'm not a mouth sound hater. I love, generally I love spit painting. I cannot bear it when you can see the spit. It literally makes me want to throw up. No hate, no shade to anyone who does that. Like, it's just personally not for me. But I respect the trade. So yeah, mouth sounds. Inaudible whispering is also always a banger. And also anything to do with following my instructions. Rebecca ASMR does great to follow my instructions. She gets me to sleep like that. There's also just some ASMR artists that make really obscure ASMR that get you, like Dong ASMR. Again, I used to watch him like when he was like really small. And I would say like no tea, no shade, his ASMR was better then. But I still watch him like just for entertainment, you know, and just to like support him because I've watched him for so long. But anyway. What are my hobbies? Well, ASMR is obviously a very big hobby of mine, whether that be watching or making it. I read any chance I can get. I've not really been able to read much recently. I've been in a bit of a slump. But as you guys know, I make a lot of book-related ASMR videos on here. I'm not sure if you guys particularly like it. They don't always tend to do that well, but I'm going to continue making them because that's just something for me. But my main big love these days is netball. I joined a netball league back in February, and I love it. I play it every Wednesday night. It is literally the highlight of my week. It's with a group of really lovely ladies. We're all a mix of ages. I'm actually the youngest, and it goes right up to a lady who's in her 50s. We just get on like a house on fire, and we play really well together because we like gel so well. And yeah, so that is like my love. So yeah, and then just I have like little things like every other week, me and my boyfriend and our group of friends go into a pub quiz at our favourite pub, and we do that without fail. And I also run a lot. I just did a 10k race last week. I'm running Brighton Marathon next year, so I'm not starting training for that yet, but like I'm trying to get more into my stride and get more comfortable with slightly longer runs. I ran the London half last year, and then I kind of just fell out of running again, but I've really got back into my like A game recently. So yeah, and just the gym in general, growing some strong puppies. So yeah, so those are my hobbies, I guess. What does an average day look like in my life? That's a good question. So it depends on the day. So if I'm going to the gym before work, which doesn't happen very often because I'm normally wiped out for the day, if I'm going to the gym before work, then I'll get up at 5. There's a reason why I don't do it often. I Tuesday nights. My quiz is every other Tuesday. Then I'll just go home and chill, spend time with my family, read, have dinner. Or I might go to the quiz, I might go to netball. I tend to stay at George's, my boyfriend's, a couple of nights a week, so I'll just go straight to his sometimes. But yeah, that's it really. It's quite boring. but there it is. And the last question, I'm going to end it on this one because it's quite deep and I hate thinking about stuff like this, but it's asked, what is my 5-year plan and what is my 10-year plan? These questions make me feel really anxious because I hate thinking about the future. But I shall answer it. So 5-year plan. To be moved out of my parents' home, which I know is happening in the next few months. Me and George have actually got a flat together, so we don't know when we're moving in yet, but we're that'll be soon. So flat door for you guys. Yeah, so that would have been in my 5-year plan. Maybe in the same job. I don't know for sure. I feel like if I'm doing the same thing in like 3 years' time, like no change, then probably not. I think I'll get bored. But if I manage to train to be an embalmer, which I would like to do, then maybe I'll stay. Who knows? But I have no idea what else I'd do. So yeah, don't know. I would hope to be engaged. I'd quite like to be engaged. Maybe like next year or the year after. I'm really lucky George doesn't watch these videos. Yeah, I'll be 24 next year and George will be 25. You could argue that's young, but in my head I would probably be engaged for at least 2 years before actually getting married. So I wouldn't be married till like 27, 28, which I feel like is a good age. Yeah. And then obviously hoping that my channel would have grown to some level maybe. My 10-year plan, because I don't think it's realistic in 5 years knowing my finances, but my 10-year plan, I would like to own a property of some sort, whether that be a flat or a house. I don't think it's going to be possible in 5 years' time. Who knows, I could become really fortunate, but I don't think that's how life works. So yeah, hopefully owning some sort of property, hopefully a house, but even an apartment would be fine. Do a lot more travelling, hopefully. I would quite like to be honest, have a think about maybe starting my own business. I think the way my love for funeral directing is growing is that I would potentially like to start my own funeral directors, but it's really hard. It's a really, really hard job to like start with no help. So if that's not possible, then I would at least maybe like to be like in a management role in that field of work. Whether that be with the company that I'm with now or somewhere else. I wouldn't want to leave because I love the company that I work for, but if it's not possible to move up there, then you know I can't stay there forever. And yeah, in terms of children, I'm not so sure that children are for me. I'm not so sure if I was meant to be a mum. It's not a feeling that I gravitate towards. George is also kind of in the same boat. Neither of us are very sure. And I just feel like I would rather regret not having kids than regret having them. I think that's far more damaging to regret having them. Do you get like some people are like, they've always known they wanted kids. I've literally never had that gut feeling ever. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah,